All right, so we're going to talk about Day Shift, the new Netflix movie that just came out. Jamie Foxx, Snoop Dogg, Dave Franco. Really fun movie. It was directed by a guy named J.J. Perry. I think this is his first movie that he's directed. He's a stuntman, stunt coordinator, all that, and it really shows. I'm going to say, first off, that this is a dumb fun movie, and I mean that in the best way possible. This is straight ripped out of the 90s. If this had came out in the 90s, my teenage self would have been lined up to go see this, and it would have been exciting. It would have been one of those big, summer movies in the 90s, without a doubt. It's really a blast. It's very funny, very sarcastic. It's got a lot of that, the buddy cop type stuff, the opposites. You got Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco. They're pretty much polar opposites. And it kind of forced together in the movie just to kind of, it's a plot point, obviously, but in order for Jamie Foxx to become I should go back. He used to be a member of what was like the Vampire Hunters Union, and he's been kicked out or permanently suspended. So in order to get back in, he's got to take I used to call him like an auditor, basically. He is kind of like a little number crunching, clerk type guy. And at first, like, Dave Franco's almost really annoying, but that's the point. That's his character. And I'll be honest, by the end, he was one of my favorite parts of the movie. He's very funny. Jamie Foxx is hilarious in it. The action is top tier. Like, it's fun. It's real fun action. Over the top for sure. This is a goofy movie. It's nothing we haven't seen before as far as story and whatnot, but it's really presented well. It knows what it is. It fully embraces what it is. It's fast paced. It's not boring. There's not a lot. There's exposition, but it's just given as the movie goes and as it works. Cool stuff they add in. There's like different types of vampires even, which I think is kind of neat. Just little different species, I guess you could say. I always appreciate little things like that. Snoop Dogg is Snoop. He's himself in it, but he's funny. He's hilarious. He's dressed up as a cowboy through most of it. Goes by the name of Big John. He was really enjoyable in the movie. I really like his part of the movie. Parts in the movie were cool, and he did a great job. I have to give him a lot of credit. Like I said before, the other two lead performances of Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco were both on point. Everybody knows what kind of movie this is. They know. At least it feels that way. It's hard for me to believe they wouldn't know the kind of movie they were making. And I feel like everybody's just embracing it and having a fun time with it. And that translates, and it transfers to you as you're watching. At least to me, this is my kind of movie. I love the stuff that kind of just doesn't take itself too seriously, has fun. Don't get me wrong. I like serious movies. I like gritty movies. And this one's, it's nuts. The action's on point. The fights are pretty epic. Scott Adkins has a part in here. I won't get into it too much. You'll know when you see him, like people who know Scott Adkins is. I'm sure a lot of you do. But he's got one of the scene with him and his brother is one of the coolest in the movie, hands down. The violence is right up there pretty high. Again, it's a little almost over the top, kind of campy, but in a good way. It makes it more stomachable, because otherwise it'd be really gnarly. Arms and, getting ripped off, heads are getting cut off. People are just getting shredded by gunfire. It's a really cool flick, though. Really fun. If you're into that kind of thing, this isn't an Oscar caliber movie or anything. It would be if I was running the Oscars, but it's just a blast. From beginning to end, I was smiling. There's a couple of like, oh shit moments in the movie, like either from the violence or, just stuff that happens in it where you're like, oh, all right, I didn't see that coming. And I liked it. Like I said, I had a smile on my face the whole time I was watching it. I kind of watched it later last night. I was pretty tired. And, I didn't find myself drifting off onto my phone or anything like that. Some great music choices in it. Old throwback stuff. It's shot well. It's just a couple of cool little nods to one of my all-time favorite movies, The Lost Boys. I can think of 3 off the top of my head. So that's pretty fun too. But either way, I'm not going to drag this out. So Day Shift. Absolutely check it out. I mean, if you're into action movies, you love the 90s kind of stuff, you just want a good, brainless, good time, and I mean that again in a good way. I'm not dogging on the movie. It's just what it is. Highly recommend it. Definitely check it out. It's on Netflix right now. So I'm going to go with we'll say 6. 6 on this one for sure. I'm not going to go crazy on it. It is what it is. But yeah, easy 6. Just a wild ride. So thank you for watching as always. And please like, share, subscribe. I've got some more videos coming up really quick here. I'm going to do some throwbacks to some movies that I saw earlier this year that I didn't have the channel up and running for yet. So I want to kind of go back and touch base on them because I do have some stuff to say about them. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.